Hello, I am Garrett Godfrey, and welcome to the Crowdfunding Christian Music Podcast, where I am working to connect artists with fans and fans with artists so that you can find and fund the music you love. This is episode 40, recorded Thursday, November 26th, 2015. We are going to be looking at some current campaigns by A Beautiful Liturgy, Strahan, Rebekah White, Grave Robber, Tabitha Lewis, The Eventide, and Forever Jones. I hope you enjoy the show and find something you can connect with and fund. So, before we get into the campaigns, I just wanted to remind you that we've got the timestamps for all these campaigns in the show notes, and the links for all the campaigns will also be in the show notes. If you back any of the campaigns, or even if you just want to help them spread the word, be sure to tweet about it, post it on Facebook, Google+, mention it to your friends in real life, and spread the word. Maybe mention this show too if you know somebody who'd be into it. If you want to send me feedback, you can email me feedback at crowdfundingchristianmusic.com, or you can use Twitter. I'm at @theotherccm. So, on to the campaigns. First up tonight are A Beautiful Liturgy, a father-daughter worship team out of Southern California with a Kickstarter campaign for a 5-song EP on digital, CD, and vinyl. Rich, the dad, has been a worship leader and a pastor in a number of various churches over the years and released an EP back in 2012. Emily, the daughter, was 13 when she joined her dad as a co-worship leader. Now at 21, she's graduated from Full Sail University in graphic design, and some of her artwork's actually going to be part of the Kickstarter reward program. Emily had come from a background of contemporary worship, while Rich had come from a background of hymns. This project is a merging of the two, liturgical content and modern sounds. Let's listen to a sample of one of the songs, Oh, to Be Like You. Here it is.
You gave yourself to save the world. Oh, to be like you. Oh, to be like you. Blessed Redeemer, to be as you are. Oh, to be like you.
Now, the campaign goal is $6,000, and they're about 10% of the way there, but they still have a couple weeks left on this campaign. This campaign closes December 12th. For $10, you get a digital copy of the EP. For $25, you get a signed CD of the project, plus the download. For $50, you get a signed, numbered copy of the project on vinyl, plus that CD and download. For $150, you get a choice of one of 5 different art prints, numbered and signed by Emily, and the download of the EP. And then there are more reward levels available, so be sure to check it out. The links will be in the show notes, including links to their earlier solo stuff. Next up is Strahan, an indie singer-songwriter out of Auckland, New Zealand, with a Kickstarter campaign for a new album. Now, he's got his earlier work over at Bandcamp, a single, an EP, and an album. Let's hear a little bit from his project Posters. I'll play a bit of the tracks Deliverance and Daily Bread. So, here is Deliverance.
Your love is a flood, and I swim deep when the tide is up. Oh, would you flood me too? So water in my blood has made me taste sweet to the world. Oh, and you taste sweet too. This is my deliverance, hands held high as you deliver it. Oh, you have made me a child of God, my feet on the ground, my heart in heaven. I am bread made without the living. Oh, you have made me a child of God.
And this is the track Daily Bread.
Well, I want to know where the fortress of hope does rest. to lay beside the banks of joy, not loneliness. I want to feel the weight of eternal rest, to build the walls of freedom wider than the rest, so take everything that I have, let it be multiplied as it's broken in your hands.
And you really should head over to his campaign page to check out this beautiful campaign video. Now, his campaign goal is about $6,500 US. He's already 40% of the way there, with still 2 more weeks to go. This campaign closes December 15th. Now, for $10, you get the new album in digital format a week early. For about $16 plus shipping, you get a signed CD and the digital download. And then there are more reward levels available, including your name in the credits, handwritten lyric sheets, a Skype call, the album on vinyl, signed copies of previous albums on vinyl, and more. So be sure to check out the links in the show notes to his campaign, his website, his Bandcamp page, and all of that good stuff. Next up is Rebekah White with a Kickstarter campaign for a worship EP to be titled Bold Love. Now, she'd grown up in the church with a dad being a minister of music, and she'd studied piano since she was 7. Let's hear a bit about her campaign in a short promo video over on YouTube. Here we go.
Music has a way of uniting us and reaching us unlike anything else. There can be 100,000 people in a room who don't speak the same language, but will all be singing at the top of their lungs in one accord to the same song. To see lives set free and radically changed by the bold love of the Father through music. My name is Rebekah.
And you were able to hear a little bit of one of her songs in the background of that. Her campaign goal for this campaign is $9,000, and she's about 30% of the way there with just under 3 weeks left. This campaign closes December 16th. For $10, you get a digital copy of the EP a week early. For $15, you get the CD and the early download. For $25, that CD is signed, and then there are more reward levels available. So be sure to check it out. The links will be in the show notes. Next up are Grave Robber, a Christian horror punk band out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, with an Indiegogo campaign for a new CD. Now, these guys are not new to the music scene. They've actually been around for about 10 years, and this will be their 5th album, and they love to mix the horror genre with Christian punk. Now, to get a taste for what they sound like, I'm going to play a bit of their song, Reanimator. So here we go, Grave Robber, and the track is Reanimator. And unless you think the whole genre of horror Christian punk is brand new, you can go back to the Deadlines and even Blaster the Rocket Boy to hear some stuff from way back in the day. But Grave Robber, their campaign goal on this campaign is $4,000, and this is not a flexible funding campaign. So if they don't hit their goal, then they don't collect anything. But they're already 40% of the way there, and they still have more than 3 weeks left. This campaign closes December 20th. Now, for $10, you get a digital copy of the new album. For $15 plus shipping, you get the CD. For $25, that CD is signed, and then there are more perks available, so be sure to check out the links in the show notes. Next up is Tabitha Lewis, a new artist from Toronto, Canada. Now, I say new, but she's actually saying this project is about 10 years in the making. She's been working on music for quite a while. She's very artistic and creative, puts out a variety of styles of music. It's a fusion of gospel, folk, electronic, soul, and pop. She's got a crowdfunding campaign on a new Canadian-specific platform called Pinup Campaigns for a 10-song album. Let's hear a little bit more about this campaign.
My name is Tabitha, and I am an artist from Toronto. I'm a singer, songwriter. Yep. I have a lot of songs that I want to get out there and share with the world. Songs that are filled with encouragement and the gospel message. And in my desire to get the stuff to radio quality and just really great quality, I'm asking for your support. Really just praying that God will be glorified through this project. Let's do a live song. Let's get it done. We'll do A Beautiful Light. You took me by surprise. You walked into my broken life, and you made me new. You made me new. The stars are shining bright, 'cause you light up my world. There's nowhere else I can find such a light so bright. The stars are shining bright. You lighten up my world. There's nowhere else I can find such a beautiful light. My name is Tabitha Lewis, aka Child of Light. Look me up on YouTube. Look me up on Instagram. You'll see Tabitha Lewis Music. Blessings. Peace.
And I'm going to play a bit of one of her other songs off her SoundCloud page, and she's got quite a lot over there. This is a bit from the track Don't Give Up. Now her campaign goal is $600 Canadian, and she's 20% of the way there with more than 3 weeks left. This campaign closes December 22nd. For $10 Canadian, you get the download of the album. For $50 Canadian, you get 2 copies of the project on CD, and you get mentioned in this special thanks for the album. Be sure to check it out. The links are in the show notes. Next up are the Eventide, an experimental worship group out of Spokane, Washington, with a Kickstarter campaign for a 5-song EP to be titled Sorrow Plus Love, with some beautiful contemplative remakes of some classic hymns. Let's hear more about it in their campaign video.
The cross of Jesus, I fain would take my stand. The shadow of a mighty rock within a weary land.
I don't like the idea that you can only worship in a church to worship music in the most effective way. And I don't like the idea that recorded music has to just be for the listener. Like, I think it can totally be both. And I think that's why there's a lack of good meditation songs in a worship service, is because you think like, well, this one's all super participatory, you know what I mean? It's like, well, it doesn't have to be. It definitely can be, and I would love, like, you have a good melody when you can apply it to a lot of different instrumentations when it comes to a worship melody.
To God and to the Lamb I will sing, I will sing. To God and to the Lamb I will sing. To God and to the Lamb who is the great I am. While millions join the theme, I will sing, I will sing. While millions join the theme, I will sing.
I love melodies that are timeless. I love trying to write melodies that can be timeless. There's a tendency to follow style. You're just chasing, oh, I heard this on the radio, I want to make something that sounds like the radio. By the time that you've actually made that music and gotten it to the radio, you're a good year behind of what's actually like relevant and popular. We're focusing on kind of writing meditative arrangements. So hopefully these songs will be something that can people can take time out of their day just to sit and listen to. But I want it to be able to be used as well for personal listening as it would be for congregational playing and singing.
So the songs that they've got listed on their website for this project are When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, Jesus Paid It All, Beneath the Cross of Jesus, Look to the King, and What Wondrous Love Is This. Now the campaign goal for this project is $1,000, and they are 85% of the way there, with another 4 weeks still to go. This campaign closes December 26th. For $5, you get the download of the EP. For $25, you can choose between a signed CD or chord charts of the album. Plus, you get an early single and the download of the EP. And then there are more reward levels available, so be sure to check out the links in the show notes. Next up are Forever Jones, a gospel family band with an Indiegogo campaign for a new album. Let's hear more about it on their campaign video. Here we go.
My first band was with my brothers and sisters. We were called the Jones family. I thought that dream was over. Years later, God blessed us with 5 miracles that the doctor said we'd probably never be able to have. Now the dream is called Forever, a biological family band, Dad, Mom, and the 5 miracles. We are Forever Jones.
We've been privileged to play on so many amazing stages, from the Grand Ole Opry to the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles, California.
You know, we've really loved the amazing response that we've received from you guys over the past few years. It has really encouraged our hearts.
A quick testimony, we were just in Hawaii and a lady ran up to me, her and her husband, and they said, you know, we just want you to know that last year for 8 months, your music helped us get through the toughest times of our life. Now to me, that's what we do. That's why we do what we do.
The reason why our story is so miraculous is because of the fact that we would not be here if it hadn't been for the favor of the Lord.
Before the record companies believed in us, God gave us favor with friends and family. You know, there were so many that stepped up and said, we believe in this family and in the story and the testimony of this family, and we believe their music should go to the world.
When we were kids, I had the idea that apart, we had a little, but when we put anything of ours together, we had so much more.
And that's what's so special about this moment. You have believed in us for so many years, and now you can help us do what you've always wanted to do.
Now, if you give, it will happen. Whatever you give times you all will make a great difference. As many of you know, it's been 3 years since we've done our last major album.
But now it's time to do it again. When I tell you that we're so excited to get this new music and the new sound that we've been working on to you guys, we cannot wait to get it to you and to the world.
To produce a great music project like this, it takes great songs and great producers to help to interpret that music that you say. And also, it takes a great amount of resources.
This is what my mother taught me. Many hands make a heavy load light. Now, you can partner with us and help us get this album produced.
We want to make sure that we show our gratitude and thanks for your contribution, so we want you to check out our perks.
If you believe in the message and the music of the family band Forever Jones, then this is the way to help us. I think we've really matured in our music and in our walk, and it's really time to reach out as far as we can to help people and to inspire them with the music God's given us.
Now you could hear a little bit of their music in the background. I'm going to play a couple other samples for you. One is the song Get Ready from an earlier project. Here we go. And the next track is a song that I used to think was originally by B.B. and C.C. Winans back in the 90s, and then learned it's actually originally by the Staples singer. It's the song I'll Take You There, and Forever Jones does a great cover of it. Here it is.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Now, the flexible funding campaign goal is $80,000, and they're just getting started at $900, but they have a month still to go on this campaign. The campaign closes December 27th, and because it's flexible funding, even if they don't meet their entire goal, they'll still be able to collect what has been pledged. For $10, you get a digital download of the album. For $50 plus shipping, you get a signed pictures and a signed CD, and then there are more perks available, including phone calls, FaceTime Q&As, and more. So be sure to check it out. The links are in the show notes. And just to give you a tease of a sneak peek in the future, coming up in the next few episodes, we will be covering campaigns by Capital Kings, Daniel Bashta, XL and DBD, and Corazon y Alma. That's all for the campaigns for this episode, but I'd like to ask you to do something. If this is your first time watching or listening, please subscribe over iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever. And if you have been with me for a while with this podcast, please review it over at iTunes and share it with somebody else that you think might be into it. If you'd like to give me some feedback, I'd love to hear from you, whether it's about this show or the website or campaign you think I ought to cover or know about, or maybe another podcast I should be checking out. And if you like the theme song at the beginning of the show, it's Hypostatic Union by the X Structure, Christian group out of South Africa. All their music is Name Your Price over at Bandcamp right now, so be sure to check it out. Keep coming back. There will be more campaigns to cover soon, and in the meantime, head over to crowdfundingchristianmusic.com. That's where you'll find all the episodes, show notes. You can download the episodes, you can stream them. All of that is there. You can use the submission form at the top of the page, or you can email me, feedback@crowdfundingchristianmusic.com. You can message me on Twitter @TheOtherCCM. I'm Garrett Godfrey, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.